All you have to do in its most simplistic form is drive more traffic to the store. Make sure that the team is really highly trained to handle the excessive traffic that you're going to bring, and make sure you have plenty of good cars and a really well-rounded inventory to sell them. So I literally walk into dealerships and I go, what's going on, guys? Oh, we need to sell more. We're putting an ad in for more salespeople. I go, you got 12. You got 12 5-car Freds. What do you need more salespeople for? And then I go, how's your BDC? How's that working for you? And you know what they say? This is going to be great. I didn't put 2.5 down here, but this is an answer I get a lot. Well, we got 2.5 in the BDC. Could somebody please explain to me what a half a person looks like? I got Johnny and I got Susie, and I say, okay, so Johnny and Susie, how old are they? Well, they're millennials, because that's my internet department. I say, great. How many cars have Johnny and Susie ever sold before in their entire life? What's the answer, everyone? Almost none. Almost never. If you really ask, again, if you ask about the averages is what I'm talking about, not an individual store that has their stuff together. How many have they sold before? None. Right? Am I right? Okay, good. So here's what drives me nuts, and I get passionate. Remember Turbo? They call me Turbo. So I've got Susie or Bobby on the phone with a customer that wants to buy a $57,000 F-150, and they get a trade objection they can't handle, and they hang it up. And I got a sales manager busting their stones about how many ups they're going to have today. I got a sales manager saying, hey, how many leads did you set today? I got salespeople busting the stones of the BDC because they didn't bring in enough people. But what I don't have is anybody that is willing to take the phone with the guy, the real guy on the other end of the phone that wants to buy a $57,000 car that Susie can't handle. She should say, hold on one second, sir. And there should be one of the highly trained salespeople, sales managers, closers, people that are trained to handle that objection, have been doing it for 20 years of their lives, yes or no? There should be somebody there to take that call and get the guy to walk through the door. How many of you have a very sophisticated CRM tool that has texting? You have a sophisticated tool that you could text back and forth with a customer. How many times I walk into the dealership, they have it, they don't use it. You know what they're doing? They're still using templates. They're still emailing back the customer. Hi, Mr. Customer, thank you so much for inquiring about the 2016 Chevy Silverado. My name's Susie, blah, 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 blah. Yes or no? Yet right here, in that same system, they got a texting system. I've heard multiple people say over the last few days, raise your hand if you got an email and didn't answer it. Got emails in your inbox right now that you didn't answer while I started talking. And how many of you got a text that you answered? And we have sophisticated texting tools in our systems that we're not using because they're not trained.